In the center of Salisbury, more than one crime scene and more questions than answers. A park bench where former double spy Sergei Skripal was found semi-conscious Sunday afternoon. A nearby pizza restaurant has been cordoned off, along with Skripal's home across town. And this CCTV surveillance video shows a man and woman walking through a shopping area just before Skripal and a woman now identified as his daughter Yulia collapsed. Skripal is a former Russian army intelligence officer, a colonel who spied for Britain. He was released in a prisoner swap in 2010. Both are now fighting for their lives in hospital after eyewitnesses describe what could be a poisoning.
And the man started throwing up, but it was weird. It wasn't like normally when someone throws up. Like you couldn't see that he was visually throwing up, like his throat wasn't moving.
This has not been declared as a counter-terrorism incident, and we would urge people not to speculate. However, I must emphasise that we retain an open mind.
In other words, police don't know what Skripal and his daughter took or were given. Toxicology testing at the UK's chemical and biological facility is underway. Would Russia dare to carry out an assassination here in Britain? Well, they've done it before, right here in the streets of London. And in fact, in that case, just over a decade ago, it was ruled while the Federal Security Service carried out the killing, it was likely approved by President Putin himself. Alexander Litvinenko was a former Russian spy who defected. He also worked for British intelligence MI6. He was given polonium-210. His tea spiked in a meeting with two Russians, one of whom was later given a medal by President Putin. On his deathbed, Litvinenko blamed Putin. The British government has threatened a response to Russia if it proves this was state-sponsored.
I can reassure the House that should evidence emerge that implies state responsibility, then Her Majesty's government will respond appropriately and robustly.
The Kremlin says Russia will help British authorities if asked, and the Russians have criticized British media for jumping to conclusions. But who wouldn't be suspicious, given the circumstances of this very strange case of a double agent and his daughter apparently poisoned? Dana Lewis, TRT World, London.